Pile one, welcome back. My name is Michelle. We're doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we are channeling a love letter. I have already channeled a love letter from your future spouse, and then we'll go from that into like more messages, whatever the love letter might be, okay? So keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap into the energy of you and your future spouse's connection exclusively. Just check the description box below for booking details. There are a lot of $25 readings available in the future spouse category, okay guys? So let's get right to it. Pile one, you were drawn to the Bumblebee Jasper heart. Such a fun stone. It is. It's a really fun stone. I get and maybe that's tapping me into the energy of like your person, because I've worked with this stone before. I know that it's about the solar plexus and stuff like that, but this is the first time I've actually tapped into the fun. Okay, there's like fun and exciting energy coming from it right now. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your the love letter from your future spouse. Oh yeah. Okay. This was the only one. Your pile one, your pile is the only one when I tapped into the connection and your future spouse's energy where a song came through. Okay, so you're the only pile that got a channeled song. So the channeled song that came through is by Billy Ocean. It's an old 80s song, okay, called Caribbean Queen. So go look it up, check out the lyrics. It's very nostalgic for me personally, because I'm an 80s baby. I grew up in the 80s. Anyway, yeah, so at least go check out the lyrics. You don't have to listen to the song if you don't want to, but there definitely is messages in the lyrics, okay? Specifically what was coming through when the connection opened up was Caribbean Queen. Now we're sharing the same dream. Something about two hearts beating as one. No more love on the run. Okay, so it's almost like, two people coming together, and specifically the energy that was coming through with your future spouse is somebody who has been looking for you for a while. Maybe going from connection to connection, not quite finding what they're looking for until they come across you. Okay, just go listen, listen to that song, or at least go read the lyrics. Okay, so we're gonna get, we're gonna get to your letter now. And it says, oh my God, and this is your future spouse's letter to you. It says, oh my God, I'm so looking forward to date nights and late nights with you. The fire of desire running through my veins seemed unquenchable until I met you. You are who and what I've been looking for all of my life. You might find me speechless at first as my brain struggles to find the words to interpret the intensity of emotion I'm feeling. Don't worry, you'll know exactly what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling with one look in my eyes, one touch by my hand. Remember that dream you had not too long ago? You guys, I'm blushing. Okay, this is me. I'm just telling you as the reader, I'm blushing here. He says, or she says, they say, remember that dream you had not too long ago? The one where you woke up at the peak of climax and out of breath? That was us consummating our union energetically. That was real. That's also me communicating to you telepathically. Our time is getting near. Finally, can you feel it? Tell me you can feel it. See you soon, my love. All right, so immediately off the bat, you guys, if you have been receiving messages or just random thoughts will pop into your head, like someone's communicating to you, your future spouse is letting you know that is them. Like, you guys are having some kind of energetic communication, telepathic communication. You're strong, and your bond with each other is getting stronger and stronger, which is helping to actually draw union even closer into this realm. And out of all three piles, pile one, I will say that it feels that you and your future spouse, if you have not met this person yet, okay, if you have not met them yet, it feels like out of all three piles, pile one, you are the one that is closest to union with your person. All right, so I don't think this particular message is going to be that long because it's short and sweet. I am going to say that when I was channeling this message, your person comes across as speechless. All right. I was picking up on some scorpionic energy with your person. They actually they may have a very rich emotional inner world. They may not be, what I'm hearing is they may not be a man of many words. That's just the message that's coming through. Okay. Whether you're interested in men or not. You know, but they're not a person of many words. And a lot of it is because, like your future spouse said in the see now, even now, I'm losing train of thought. There's so much feeling there, and it may take your future spouse a minute to really be able to put to words what it is they're feeling. So this person definitely, they're going to be better writers possibly than they are speakers. I hope that makes sense. This person more than likely communicates better through written word, through text. They might be a poet, all right? Really good with words, like written words. It does take them a minute though when it comes to speaking. Yeah, they might be very quiet. Just a little bit of channeled information for you guys, okay? Is there anything, pile one's future spouse, is there anything that pile one needs to know about? Anything pile one needs to know about mutual feelings? This wanted to come out in the reverse position. Let's see what's going on here. Is there anything that pile one needs to know about? Oh, I get it. Broken promises in reverse. Okay, I get it. Pile one, in the very beginning, maybe when you first meet this person, your first impression of them may be that they're not as into you as you thought, simply because they are so quiet. This is just them giving you a heads up that that's not the deal. That's not what's going on at all. Like I said, they have a very rich inner life, and they feel so deeply and so intensely that, like I said, it can be very difficult for them to put into words what it is they're feeling. And with the Scorpio vibes that were coming through, it could also be that it may take them a minute to quote unquote warm up, or open up, I should say. Broken promises being in reverse. This is a person of their word, though. There may be some trust issues on their side. It feels more like it's not trust issues in terms of, yeah, okay. Your future spouse has a hard time expressing verbally emotion. I am picking up that maybe their primary love language is going to be like physical touch. You are going to know what they think and how they feel by the way that they hold you, the way they look at you. You're going to see it written all over their face. But they may not be a person of many words, okay? They don't want to mislead you. They definitely don't want to break any trust. They can be very reliable, or they are very reliable. Is there anything else you want pile one to know? Everything's popping up in the reverse. It's funny. We got thorny rose in the reverse. So it says painful love experiences, fighting for love. This is going to be a very easy connection. How interesting is that? So you guys already have a telepathic communication. The two of you are already either meeting in dreams and or you're meeting in the astral realms. And so it may be very well, pile one, that the two of you aren't, there may not be a lot of like verbal expression between the two of you, although there's going to be a lot said just by like energetically and through just physical touch, right? Interesting. Very interesting. I'm being called to get 3 more. What else does pile one need to know? Something is brewing. A lot of energy about you guys being able to like read each other's minds, read what's in each other's hearts. Love activation. There you go. Awakening, heart space opening, twin flame ascension. Yeah. Okay. So with that coming up right underneath broken promises, like I said, it does take a minute for your person to warm up and open up. There's something there about your person maybe having some insecurities when it comes to the depth and the intensity and the level at which they feel. They can feel overpowered by the strength of their emotions sometimes. And so that's really kind of why they stay so quiet, is because it's almost like the floodgates opening. Oh, okay, they're a little chatterbox. They are a little chatterbox once they get to know a person really well. Your person's energy is really strong, pile one. Your future spouse's energy is really strong, and it can be difficult for many people to handle. You're going to be just fine with it, though. You may actually be the very same way, pile one. I hear that the two of you may actually mirror each other quite a bit, and that may be why I'm actually picking up, you guys, twin souls here. And mirroring souls. You know, I'm not necessarily saying anything about twin flames. We know whether or not you believe in that concept is neither here nor there. If you do, then this, you know, and that's what you've been feeling or intuiting that you are bringing in as your twin flame, then this can just simply be, you know, confirmation of that. This is just talking about someone whose soul is almost the exact copy of yours, but like, you know, if you're the divine feminine, they're gonna be the divine masculine. Okay, something like that. Let's get one more. Secretly stalking. Curious about you, not over you, and checking social media. Again, I feel like this is mirroring energy. This is going to be somebody that when they first meet you, they more than likely are going to be doing their due diligence when it comes to you in this connection. They are going to be checking out your social media. Like the minute, pile one, just be aware of this, okay? Pile one, the minute your person learns your name, okay, they're going to be looking you up everywhere. They're going to be Googling your name. They're going to be looking you up on social media. It's coming from a place of curiosity. It's not necessarily like they're looking to see if there's anything like hidden in your past or anything like that. Yeah. You might be the same way though. There's something about your energy that sparks this person's curiosity. Yeah, because remember we were picking up on them on your future spouse, pile one. Basically it feels like they were looking for your energy in other places, other people. They could never find it. There was always an imprint of your energy in their soul somewhere, okay? You are what they have been searching for this entire time, and there feels like the minute the two of you lay eyes on each other, I'm hearing, the minute the two of you lock eyes with each other, you're gonna know. There's gonna be this instant activation with love activation here, this instant recognition, and it's gonna pique your person's curiosity right away. They're gonna figure out, you know what it is? There's something within them. They feel like they know you. This is legitimately, they have a legitimate feeling like, I know pile one. Where do I know pile one from? And that's why they go looking at your social media, because they're trying to figure out where they know you from. They swear they know you from somewhere, what they're not understanding. And it very well could be. This could be somebody that maybe, you know, you went to school with when you were younger. You guys may have crossed paths maybe once or twice when you were younger, okay? Something. There's this instant recognition, and your person swears up and down they know you from somewhere, and so they try to look you up to find out, like, where is it? Where do I know pile one from? And for those of you that know that this person is not someone that you've actually you met already, this is just them, you know. It's weird. It's like there's a memory that you're sparking within them, and they can't place it. And the reason why is because their soul is remembering the imprint. Like the two of you made a pact, or the two of you made a contract together before incarnating that, you know, all this was going to happen, and they remember it. You know, they're trying to remember how, though. They're like, I know pile one, I just don't know how. And so they go looking you up, okay, all over the place. So just keep that in mind. Whatever is in your past, they're probably going to find out about it, especially, you know, I mean, I don't know about background checks. This is more about curiosity. I can see them on your social media trying to figure out where they know you from, checking out who you might be friends with, where you may have worked. They're trying to figure out where they know you from, okay? For some of you, like I said, you may have actually legitimately met this person. For those of you that know that you have not crossed this person's path, again, you're just activating a memory in their soul that their conscious mind cannot yet place, but it's like it's gonna bug the shit out of them too. It's gonna bug them. They're gonna try and figure out, like, where do I know pile one from? Because I swear I've met them before. I swear. Interesting. I've never really quite picked up on that energy yet. All right, you guys, let's see. Is there any other messages you want to talk to pile one about? Anything you want to talk to pile one about? Well, I'm getting this message out, you guys, if this is resonating at all, providing any kind of guidance or clarity, any kind of information that might be adding to the quality of your life, do me a favor, make sure you're smashing that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know what pile you picked to let me know how it resonated. You can join the family by hitting the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss an upload or an announcement. Okay, let's see. What do you want? Is there anything else you want to talk to pile one about before we close out the reading? We got children. Let's get a couple more and then we can, we got contracts. Oh, okay. There's a couple of messages that came through there. Let me get one more. Delays. All right. All right. Okay. First message I got through, you guys, is that you have met this person. The two of you went to school together. You met when you were kids. And I'm saying legitimately, like, you've met this person. You may not remember them. Okay. So go through your yearbooks. This person went to the same school as you for a lot of you, okay? You've actually crossed paths with this person. That's what you're going to find out when you finally meet this person, like y'all went to the same school. You may not have been in the same class or even the same grade, but I can guarantee you guys at least went to the same school at some point in time, okay? You guys are going to find that out at some point. Let's see, with children here, we got raising your children, helping or working with children. We got starting a family. For those, I did get that your person, for those of you that can and want to, they are going to want kids, okay? We got contracts here with important legal matters, agreement between two parties. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on too. With delays here, let me find out if that is talking about, like, I almost felt like the two of you should have met already, but something happened that delayed the contract. So the two of you, it may have been that the two of you should have already met. Something happened, though, that delayed meeting, delayed the union, like, you know, it had to be pushed forward. Let me make sure and see, though, if that is talking about delays that are still happening. This says frustrated by slow results. Any pace is a good pace. Patience and perseverance. You can't rush progress. This is also saying, pile one, not to worry about timing, not to worry about missing out. This is fated, okay? You and this person, at some point before one of you passes away, you are going to meet this person. This person's going to be a part of your life and your experience here as your future spouse. This is going to happen, okay? This is going to happen. Let's clarify children. Why is children here? For what you want pile one to know. Why is children here? Oh, this is a very specific message, okay? Someone got held back in school. That may be your future spouse pile one may have gotten held back in school. The Page of Pentacles in reverse can literally talk about not learning a lesson. Oh, you know what else is coming through? God, these are some specific messages, but it might resonate. Some of you knew this person and this person had to leave maybe in the middle of a school year because of some like big family problems, some disruptions in life. With contracts here, I mean, like parents could have got divorced, relocation, stuff like that, okay? Anything else wanting to come through for children? Why is the Two of Swords in reverse there? Why is that there for children? Oh, okay. This feels like more delays. But this is also letting you guys know, not to feel, don't put any pressure, you know, if you felt any pressure put on you in terms of like children, this is just to let you guys know, for those of you where maybe you can't have children or you don't want children, that message is not for you. Okay. Children in and of itself, in terms of like procreating and having kids, isn't going to have any bearing whether or not this connection is going to happen. No raining on anybody's parade. Okay. This is also saying too that when the two of you do come together, if children are wanted, that could be another thing too. Okay. There could be some delays in terms of being able to like conceive and stuff like that. That's just a heads up for those of you that are wanting kids and you're like, and as soon as we get married, I'm going to want to start trying to have kids. There might be something that delays the ability to have kids, or I don't know if this is energetic though. Okay. With contract here, there's something energetic that might delay, not block. Okay. We don't have block here. There's something about delaying though. And it doesn't feel like it's something that is being chosen. So I'm telling you, this is really specific. Okay. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, just leave this for somebody else. For those of you that want kids, or maybe some fertility issues, at least in the beginning. But with delays here, this is letting me know it's just a delay. Okay, and there's something about that delay that is actually needed, because we got contract here like that was something that was agreed upon before you incarnated, and this feels specifically related to having kids for those of you where that applies. All right. Okay. All right, pile one, that was your channeled love letter from your future spouse. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. I hope that it was entertaining. I hope that it answered any questions for you. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me again today. I'll see you guys at your next future spouse pick a card video. Bye. Hi, pile two. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We're doing another future spouse pick a card reading. This time we're tapping in and I channeled a love letter, okay, from your future spouse that I'm going to open up the reading with, and then we're just going to go into some further messages as, you know, as I'm guided to ask the questions, okay? So it's kind of like a love letter, etc. Pick a card from your future spouse, all right? So keep in mind, pile two, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave behind anything that doesn't. I do have personal readings available if you would like me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your future spouse's connection, where I can get more guided and specific answers, you know, to your guys' connection and energy. The booking details are in the description box below. There are a lot of $25 readings available in the future spouse category, so check them out. Okay, so pile two, you guys were drawn to the Lepidolite heart, which for those of you that aren't familiar with, like, you know, maybe some crystal or stone properties, Lepidolite actually has lithium in it, and it's known and used for the purposes of like bringing peace and serenity and tranquility. So that might have I don't remember what's in these letters, so that might be something an energy for you guys possibly to work with when it comes to, you know, future spouse energies or whatever it may be. We'll see what's in here. All right, let's find out what's going on with your future spouse's love letter to you. Okay. All right, and this is their letter to you, pile 2. It says red light, green light, red light, and that's where we're at the moment. So frustrating, isn't it? Trust me, I understand. There's been a pause on their journey to me, some indefinite delays. Not what you want to hear, I know. Not one to be bossed around. I won't tell you how to proceed, but I can provide you some advice if you're up for it. There are some things, some truths you've been resistant to confronting and or dealing with. Plot twist, these truths, what does that say? These truths, that says aren't. Oh, it says plot twist. These truths won't necessarily keep us apart, but they could make the dynamic of our relationship and marriage difficult should they go unaddressed. So while we wait, how about we clear some slates, release some old debts, unload some heavy mental and emotional baggage. Another truth you might not even know you're needing to face is that, as amazing as I am, note the sexy wit and sarcasm, LOL, I can't, quote unquote, fix you or make you feel whole again. Believe me, I wish I could. I'd love to point you in the right direction though. And the direction that your future spouse is wanting to point you guys in, they want you to ask yourself a specific question, pile 2. How can I love me and how can I love my life right now, this moment? Your future spouse continues to say, when you figure that out, I'll be right around the corner with the biggest bouquet of flowers you've ever seen. Kisses. Okay, so the energy that I was channeling through from your future spouse's love letter to you, pile 2, definitely a lot of frustration coming through. I don't know how long you've been on this path. You know, and maybe it's not even something where it's specific to the future spouse journey. There's just an overall feeling of, like with the red light, green light, the energy that was coming through with that was like, you know, there's a lot of stops and starts to your journey. I feel like there's an end goal that this could, I mean, like I said, it could be specific to a future spouse because it feels like you're on the road and then boom, there's a red light and you're standing and waiting and standing and waiting. And then finally you get the green light and you're able to go, right? And then boom, there's another red light. And that's where it stopped, was the red light. And so I feel like currently this is like energetically where you're feeling like you're at. You're almost like an energy of being stuck. What your future spouse is wanting, or what they're encouraging you to do, is because, well, here, let's get straight into it. Let's go find out what this message is, what they're wanting to talk to you about in regards to their love letter. Jealousy. Oh, okay. Let's get a couple more. Divine intervention. That might be that red light. What, you know what I mean? Like the red light, green light. Oh, okay. Let's get one more. Regrets. Okay, yes. So there's a few things that your future spouse is wanting to put into perspective for you guys. It almost feels like, I don't know if you're having a difficult time comparing where you're at on the journey to other people. Not only like having a difficult time comparing yourself, but maybe even, you know, and this is one of those moments, pile 2. I'm hoping that I'm talking to people that can, you know, hear what I have to say and not take offense to it, because that's not my intention at all. I'm just relaying the messages as they come through, and the reason why the messages are coming through in the way that they are is because there's really some information and guidance here for you that if you listen and if you're open to it and if you heed it, this is going to help you, right? If you're feeling stuck, then this is going to help you at least work towards getting unstuck and getting back down that path again. So Something coming through about feeling jealous of where other people are at. Jealousy and envy, okay? The energy is like you feeling jealous and envious of where you're at versus where other people are at. With attachment here, having an attachment to a certain outcome, or, you know, if it's not an attachment, it's an aversion to a certain kind of outcome. And so, you know, because there's either or. Usually when we have an attachment to an outcome, there's also an aversion to the opposite outcome. I hope that makes sense. And so with divine intervention here, along with regret, that part in the letter where your future spouse was talking about, like, you know, and the reason why it's a plot twist, when they said plot twist, you know, these truths won't necessarily keep us apart. What they're saying is like, you know, you don't have to be perfect on the journey in order for this, you know, union to come in. What they are saying though is that if, you know, if this jealousy and envy goes unchecked, if some of that emotional baggage isn't offloaded, if some, you know, there's a heavy energy here too of something about forgiveness, needing to forgive, not for the other person, obviously, along with that message about, you know, what was it? Clearing debts, releasing some old debts. Okay. Definitely there's some energy here of needing to forgive a perceived wrong or a wrong that was done against you. Okay. Putting into perspective to the best of your ability that, you know, even if it's, we're not saying it's okay. We're not saying that it's okay. Okay. And we're not saying that that person deserves to be let off the hook. It's coming from a space of understanding that, you know, it's a couple of messages. One, whatever debt that quote unquote, you know, that is owed to you may not ever be able to be repaid back. Okay. Especially if it's something where it's like, you know, if it's not something that's monetary, like, you know, yeah, an old debt could be like, oh, well, that person, their old debt is they owe me $100, you know, of course that person can repay that debt. I'm talking about forgiving or releasing debts that, you know, people cannot pay back. Okay. Even if they wanted to, they wouldn't be able to. But it's also about releasing old debts that are owed to you, where people could make right, but they're not. Okay. And the only reason why that is coming through in terms of forgiveness is because your hold on that is hurting you more than it is somebody else. Okay. I don't want to say, and your future spouse is not saying that itself is a block, but that is baggage that may be brought into the connection. You may not see how or why. Okay. And whatever this delay is, that red light, we got divine intervention here, you guys. And it is because it's like, if you move forward along this path, pile 2, with the baggage and the debts that you're refusing to let go of, and the unforgiveness you're wanting to hold in your heart, and with the jealousy and envy and stuff like that, there's gonna, you know, there's gonna be regret. Like, yeah, I'll be honest, this is a difficult reading. It's not really a difficult reading. It's a difficult message because it's not, you know, rainbows and butterflies and cotton candy and unicorns and stuff like that. But it's really one of those things where it's like, this is the meat and potatoes of it. Like, this is telling you exactly what needs to be done if you want that red light to finally turn to green until you get to where you want to go, right? Divine intervention is here because, you know, you're wanting, I assume, to manifest in a future spouse where that marriage is not only going to be, you know, like forever till death do us part, but it's going to be a marriage that is healthy and not toxic, right? And so, divine intervention is in the mix here, causing, it looks like, some delays on purpose because, you know, you're trying to move forward with some unresolved emotional baggage, possibly even trauma. All right. And it could be your higher self, you know, because your higher self can see the end from the beginning. And it's like, if you move forward in this energy, pile 2, then, you know, this dream and this fantasy that you have of this future spouse could end up shouldering you with even more mental and emotional baggage, okay? And that's not what you want to have. That's not what your future spouse wants to have. And that's not what your guys' higher selves or the universe wants for you guys either. And so, you know, some things that your future spouse is talking about is, you know, offloading that baggage, you know, maybe getting some help for that trauma if that applies to you, you know, going through some forgiveness exercises, you know, clearing out old debts however you can. And I mean debts to you, like forgiving, releasing old debts where people owe you something that maybe they can or are unwilling. Releasing old debts that people either can't, like they can't repay, and or they're unwilling to repay. Okay, not because of them, not because it's helping them, but because that's really what's going to free you and your energy up so that you can move along on your path again. Okay, let's see. What messages do you have for pile 2? Thorns. This is a painful sacrifice, hard choices to prevail. Life is testing you, suffering for a goal. Let's get a couple more. And that's coming out right under jealousy. Learning. Let's get one more. Online. Be careful what you see online, you guys, or be careful how much credence you are attributing to what you see online. Okay, there's a lot of falsifications. People, a lot of smoke and mirrors are able to essentially just be careful that, you know, you're not believing everything that's on the internet. You're not believing everything that you see. It's very easy to, you know, create illusions on social media. So easy, okay? If there's anything about, like, this message, like, how to do like, how do you forgive? Like, there may be an actual part of you that really wants to forgive, but you're having a hard time, like, releasing, you know, the anger or the resentment or the bitterness that you feel. This is like, ask, you know, just ask, and the answers will be provided for you, right? And be careful that you're not letting things online trigger this jealousy and envy, you know, especially if it's something where you're comparing yourself a lot to people online, whether it's, you know, the way people look online, how their lives look, how it looks like they're doing in business, or how well their journey seems to be going, you know, as compared to you. Like be very careful about that. Yeah, this says influencer. I don't know if you guys are following a specific influencer or maybe a group of influencers, and you find yourself comparing yourselves to them quite a bit. There's definitely some information coming through about that. And with learning, you may even be able to ask, you know, the divine, the universe, your higher self, to show you the truth of what it is you're looking at and why it is you don't have to feel jealous or envious. Let's find out what thorns are there for. Why is thorns here? This is giving me like energetic thorns, right? And it could be that jealousy and envy is that proverbial thorn in the flesh that is making it difficult for you to move along, to move forward and make progress in, you know, in your journey. You know, because, yeah, I mean, if you get a thorn stuck in the bottom of your foot, can you still make progress moving forward? Yes, but it's really effing painful. It's so painful, right? Let's find out what thorns are there for. It's not, oh, okay, it's not that, you guys. Your future spouse is coming through with some kind of a message about, be careful where you're placing your value onto. There's something about sacrificing something for material gain or for something like that. There's this energy coming through, pile 2. Your future spouse is saying, like, it when you're in alignment with it, it's not that difficult. So it can either be that what it is you're striving so hard for, like, especially if what you're striving so hard for is causing you to have to sacrifice your own sense of well-being. Now, I'm not saying that there's not going to be, you know, a time when striving for a goal is going to make you feel uncomfortable. That's not what I'm saying. There's two different energies here, right? Yeah, we want to grow outside of our comfort zone, and we want to, you know, expand, and we want to grow and evolve as an energy. But there's a difference when you're having to sacrifice key points about yourself, right? So if what you're doing, if you're having to sacrifice your own moral code, if you're having to sacrifice or make compromises on what you think is right, or if what you're doing is causing you to sacrifice, you know, what you believe is the right thing for you, like, that's too much of a sacrifice, right? It's not worth it. Like, it may be that the very thing that you're wanting to sacrifice for costs too much, of yourself. I hope that's making sense. I hope that's making sense. Why is learning here? Yeah, if you are aligned to it, it's not going to cost you your dignity. It's not going to cost you your integrity. It's not going to cost you feeling bad about yourself. It's not going to, you know what I mean? It's not that, okay? That's too much. What's learning here for? Knight of Wands. What's learning here for? That's too many. What's learning here for? Something about attention, you guys. I don't know, like, needing validation possibly with the Six of Wands in the reverse, but this could also be talking about learning from your mistakes, learning from what looks to be failures, right? We got the Knight of Wands energy. Sometimes Knight of Wands energy can be impulsive. It can be reckless even. Maybe not as much as the Knight of Swords, but there very much is an energy here of leaping before you really look, right? And so there isn't a message coming through about maybe needing to slow down a little bit to assess the situation. It says discovering some truth. This is heavy on the energy of maybe, I feel like this is how it's coming through, okay? And this is just to help you convey the energy. And I'm not saying that you literally are covetous of somebody else's, like, lifestyle. This feels very specific, but if there is, like, an influencer online or someone that you're really comparing yourself to, you may be coming across some truth very soon about that person, or about their lifestyle, or about the way, like, what they had to sacrifice to get what they got. Okay, so it's almost like smoke and mirrors. Not everything is what it seems. Be very careful about what you believe that you see online. Okay, it may be very well, pile too, that you were jealous and envious of something that wasn't even real, right? Especially with this Knight of Wands and this Six of Wands in reverse. This is very much giving me all is not what it seems. Yeah, all is not what it seems, okay? Some specific messages tied to that coming through is that it's not the perfect marriage that it seems, right? It's not the perfect home life that it seems. There's an energy here of smoke and mirrors, and you're going to find out about it. I don't know that it's going to be made public, but somehow you're going to come across information that kind of brings that House of Cards toppling down, and you're going to see that you were comparing yourself to something. It was an image. It was a very, it was just an image. It was a mask. It was a facade, okay? That's just some information coming through. We're going to get some messages from them to you, and then we're going to wrap up the reading. Okay, pile 2, if this is resonating, if it's helping you with any guidance or clarity or anything like that, do me a favor, take a minute, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an upload or an announcement, as well as a notification bell. And then let me know below what pile you picked and how it's resonating so far. Pile 2's future spouse. What messages? Parting messages. What do you want, pile 1? Pile 2. Pile 2. We got the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's get a couple more. Now the Page of Pentacles in the upright position. We got the Ten of Wands in the reverse. But things are going to get a lot easier, you guys. But we're taking it back to the drawing board, okay? This almost feels like an energy of scrapping everything that you've learned up until now and go back to square one. It's not, and it's going to be an effortless, it's going to be an effortless graduation from, you know, being a page clear up to the Queen of Wands. You're going to be able to reclaim your sense of self-worth and, you know, your confidence and stuff like that fairly easily. With the Ten of Wands in reverse, that's like effortless in this energy here. It's not, when you align, you guys, when you're in alignment, that's how it is. And that, I feel like that's part of the what needs to be learned here is, you know, coming into alignment with who you truly are. You know, your heart being in alignment with your mind, and being in alignment with your soul purpose, and knowing who you are and what you were put here to do, and things of that nature. Again, with that divine intervention and learning, it's like, if you don't know what any of those things are, ask, right? Ask to be shown what your life purpose is, what your soul mission is. If you don't even know who you are or what you're meant to do or what you're good at, ask about that too, right? You'll be shown the way. Let's get one more. I just heard taking it back to the drawing board. We got King of Wands here showing up in the reverse. I feel like this is why is the King of Wands in reverse here? Magician. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so this is and I hope you guys made it this far, because this is actually like awesome advice. Queen of Wands energy being in the upright position, that's feminine energy, right? I'm not talking about gender, I'm talking about energy. So feminine energy is all about allowing, it's about surrendering. Forgiving keeps wanting to come through. Embracing, accepting, okay? That's feminine energy. So with King of Wands, it's like now is not a time for action. It's a time for like stepping back, pulling your energy off of whatever action you might be taking, especially if you've been going down a certain path and it feels like, you know, you're trudging through mud trying to get there, like it's taking so much energy. It very could well be, pile 2, that the path that you're on is not the one for you. It's not the path that really aligns to who you are authentically, okay? I am picking up some resistance from you guys. Listen, okay? Of course, this is just, you know, guidance, and you can maybe just make a mental note of this video and continue, you know, whatever feels right for you. If it feels right for you to continue going on the path where you're on, and you feel like it's exciting and it gives you energy and stuff like that, awesome, right? And I don't want to, you know, manifest this for you, but if 6 months down the road or a year down the road, you're no closer to your end goal than you were now, you can always come back here. You might be in a different space to hear what's being said, right? But with the King of Wands in reverse here, you know, masculine energy, that's talking about like action-based stuff, result, and it's result oriented, and it's things of that nature. It's getting shit done, doing what needs to be done. But with the fact that it's in the reverse is saying, we're not there. You know, right now, we're not in the action taking phase. We're in the allowing phase. We're in the feminine energy phase of the processing, the manifesting phase, right? Because we do have the Magician here in the Three of Wands. It's not time yet to actually take action. We're in the manifesting, the process or the phase of manifesting that you're in right now. That I should say the process of manifesting that is more fertile, that is more aligned to you right now, that is more conducive to where it is you're wanting to go, is the feminine energy phase right now. There's some stuff that you're needing to let go of, some things that you're needing to release. There's some things that you're needing to embrace, some things that you're needing to express. I should say, not express, that may be there. There may be some things that need to be expressed. Definitely like emotional, like feeling expression, right? And I'm not talking about expression in terms of like saying things. There may be some feelings or thought patterns that are wanting to come up to be processed, right? And sometimes the expression of those can be the way that they're processed. If that's not making sense, you guys, listen. I have another channel that I teach about this stuff about in depth. It's called Your Wish Fulfilled. It's linked in the description box below. There are a couple of videos from that channel that are also linked in the description box. The first one is how to stop manifesting separation between you and, you know, whatever it is you're wanting to manifest. And then the other one is the process by which to do that. It's called Releasing the Wands. Okay, 2 different videos. Go check them out, because it's all about, you know, right now, if you want to align to anything, right now, the best place to do that is within your feminine energy. Okay, we all have inner masculine, inner feminine energies. Okay, now is not the time to take action. It's like with the waiting phase, it's getting comfortable in this space. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, you guys, we're going to end your reading there. Thank you for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card future spouse reading. Bye, guys. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We're doing another future spouse Pick a Card reading. We are tapping into the energy of your future spouse and channeling information, messages, guidance, whatever comes through. I did already channel a love letter from them to you. Okay, so we're going to open the reading up with that. And then the rest of the reading will progress based upon, you know, whatever questions are inspired for me to ask. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so keep in mind, Pile 3, this is a general reading. That just means you take what resonates for you, and then anything that doesn't resonate, just leave it behind for, you know, whomever it may resonate for. I do have personal readings available if you would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your future spouse's connection. Check the description box below for booking details. There are a lot of $25 readings available in the future spouse category. Okay, so Pile 3, you guys were drawn to the Indian Sardonyx. Put it over here, and we're gonna read the letter that was channeled. It's funny, this is me speaking, okay, not your future spouse, but you know, Michelle, your reader, because there's two readings on this pile, where not this pile, but just this reading in general. And I will say, I feel like maybe your future spouse is kind of chatty, because I feel like I want to talk to you about things, right? But anyway, and both of them, two of the piles of the three in this, you know, this video, opened with, you know, games. Right, like this one says Red Rover, Red Rover. Okay, I don't know if you've heard of that game, but it's like, it goes like Red Rover, send whoever right over, right? And then, yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I felt guided to share that with you. That might just be me channeling more of your future spouse's energy. Anyway, so let's talk about, let's read the letter that your future spouse wrote to you. It says, Red Rover, send to group 3 on over. And then it says in parentheses, LOL. All right. Future spouse goes on to say, yeah, I'm feeling a little impatient too. I also keep trying to mind my own business as I go through life, but it seems your absence, pile 3, is impacting me more and more every day. Let's do something about it, shall we? Let's call each other in together. All right, let's see. So this is Michelle speaking. I really love this because your future spouse is coming through and they're like on board with you. Like they're tired of waiting for, you know, this thing to happen. They're ready to get, they're basically coming into union with you in the astral realms, you know, in the 5D realm, so that the two of you can actually align and, you know, manifest this union in together. And so I actually channeled a way that they want you to do that. So it's going to come part of a meditation. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to, you can just kind of take notes, because this is literally like what to do. Okay. How to call in, how to come into union with your future spouse energetically, and then so that you guys can call in this union together. So first, your future spouse says, first, breathe deeply. Okay, so like deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. Deep diaphragmatic breaths, breathe deeply. Okay, full breaths. It says, relax any tension in your body. Soften up to any and all uncomfortable feelings and allow yourself to feel / experience them freely. Do this until you feel neutral and or at peace. Now enter into my presence. Your future spouse says, come here and sit beside me. Let me in, my love. Let me into your heart and into your womb, or your sacral and root chakra, for those of you that don't have a womb, right? But for those of you, and this is Michelle speaking, whether you're male or female, whether you have a uterus or not, you know, energetically, we all have a womb, okay? And it's going to be primarily your sacral chakra, but it also is the root, okay? It says, breathe, relax, release, and trust. Trust me. Let me into your experience. Believe it or not, you've been very resistant. So let's work on that together, okay? See you soon, my love. And then they have a little heart and they sign their name, whatever it may be, okay? So, I will say, pile 3, your person's quote unquote, your future spouse quote unquote love letter was more of a like, I'm tired of doing life without you. Let's do something about that, right? This seems like somebody that's all about taking action. And so, you know, they wanted to cut to the chase. They're like, yeah, you know what's coming through. Pile 3 is your future spouse. Is like, I'd rather tell pile 3 in person, whatever that love letter is. Let's work on instead calling in each other's energy into our 3D physical experience. So, something that did come through in this letter, pile 3, is your future spouse wanting to point out to you that there is a part of you that is highly resistant. It may even be subconscious. You may be subconsciously resistant to manifesting in union with your future spouse, okay? And that's why they want you to go into meditation and call them in the way that they're telling you to call them in. Okay, emphasis on trusting them. I don't know what kind of trust issues you might have. You might not even be aware that you still have them. but there's something about seriously putting yourself into their presence, right? And actually allowing yourself to sit in the reality where the two of you are together. I don't know what it is you're not trusting. I don't know if it's difficult to trust that you're not going to end up getting hurt. I don't know if it's difficult for you to trust that they're going to love you for who you are. I don't know if it's difficult for you to trust that you're not going to be abandoned later on. There might be something there having to do with, you know, marriages never work. All the good things must come to an end. Or there's something here where you're having a difficult time trusting your future spouse specifically, okay? And then just trusting the experience of marriage altogether that is wanting to be looked at. Okay, so let's see. Pile 3 is future spouse. What do you want pile 3 to know? What do you want pile 3 to know? I didn't have one that fly. Oh, it says Gypsy. That says knowing the unknowable. And I just heard be careful what you quote unquote know, pile 3. Be very careful about what you know. Your mind might be playing tricks on you and you might not even be realizing it. Is there something about yourself that you feel is unacceptable? This says unconventional, but there's something about yourself that you're feeling might even be unlovable. I don't know if you're feeling like there's something you need to do first. For some of you, this could be like, I need to lose, you know, X amount of weight, or I need to be at a certain point in my business. I need to make X amount of dollars. I need to drive a certain kind of car. I need to wear a certain kind of clothes or something. That's stemming from a place of, you know, like a lack of self-esteem, not feeling like, you know, you're lovable right where you're at right now. And what that's going to do is that's almost like you not trusting your future spouse to genuinely love who you are. You know, like that's you not trusting that your future spouse is going to really accept you and really love you and approve of you. Okay. Let's get a couple more. There might be something that says here with unconventional lifestyle, maybe alternative lifestyle. There's just an overall energy of you not feeling, or you worrying, or maybe having some anxiety about something about yourself that you fear is unacceptable or will not be approved of, okay, at a core level. Let's get a couple more. We got soulmate in the reverse. So in the upright position, it talks about soul connection, a friend / romantic partner, and then we got compatibility, and I think that's what it is. Okay, with compatibility, but that's in the, you know, in the reverse position, that's going to be talking about incompatibilities. Let's get it one more. This is what your future spouse is wanting you to trust. It's like, you know, whatever it is about you that you feel is unapprovable, unlovable, unattractive, unconventional, incompatible, your future spouse is like, trust me, let me in. You know, for instance, if some of you have like a body image issue, okay, you're gonna know how you feel about your future spouse if you imagine yourself like completely naked in front of them, and pay very close attention to the, you know, fears and the energy that runs through your body as you are imagining that. If there's any resistance there whatsoever, that's giving you a peek into the energy that's at work as far as what's keeping them from coming in, what's keeping this union from manifesting, right? There's a part of, yeah, consciously you're wanting this person to manifest in, but subconsciously it's like you fear being ridiculed, you fear maybe being criticized, you fear being judged, you fear being unapproved of, made fun of, possibly even bullied. There's a lot of deeply subconscious things that are coming up now that I'm tapping into. Okay, and so whatever it is you feel is unconventional, whatever it is you feel is possibly incompatible, when you go to the meditation, what your future spouse is wanting you to do is imagine yourself, like whatever it is about yourself you feel you need to fix, okay? Imagine being where you are right now in that space of quote unquote not being fixed, okay? And I just said the thing about weight loss because it's one of the easiest things to put into words, but I mean, it could be, you know, if you are ashamed of the kind of car that you drive, or you are ashamed at the state of, you know, where you live in terms of like your environment, you know, imagine your future spouse being there, seeing you where you live, or seeing you naked, or, you know, seeing your car, whatever it may be, and pay very close attention to the reaction, the energy that runs through your body when the responses, right? If you feel anxiety, you feel something in the pit of your stomach, or, you know, your chest gets tight or something like that, that's going to let you know you are actually subconsciously blocking off the possibility of your future spouse coming in because you don't want them to see that. Right? And that's why they haven't come in yet, is because part of you doesn't want them to see you like that. Okay. So your future spouse is like, oh, you know, go through what you need to go through to clear that up, you know, allow yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling, and that all this stuff is here. That's why your future spouse is saying, you know, soften up to those difficult feelings, soften up to allowing yourself, you know, whatever is there in the moment. There's another channel that I have, is called Your Wish Fulfilled, that helps you kind of do all of that stuff. It teaches you how to sit with the feelings long enough for them, not just the feelings, but the triggers. It's triggers, okay? Shadow work, long enough for it to process out and get it out of your system, so that it's not triggering to you anymore, so that you don't have to wait for your future spouse to come in, okay? So you are able to trust that they're gonna love you right where you're at. Okay, however overweight you might be, or, you know, whatever state your finances might be in, or however messy your place might be, or whatever, right? They're still gonna love you. Let's get one more. I hope that makes sense. Trust that they're gonna approve of you, okay? Not that approval is whatever, okay? They're going to love you regardless. And then we got unvalued. Yeah. These are the blocks that are coming up, you guys. This is taken for granted, unequal give and take, and not feeling appreciated. Imagine feeling appreciated even where you're at, okay? Imagine feeling appreciated even if you're making minimum wage, or even if, you know, you're living impoverished, or, you know, you're appreciated even if you know your room's a mess, or, you know, you are overweight. Just imagine that your future spouse appreciates you, values you, loves you, looks up to you, even honors you, cherishes you. Okay, that's why your future spouse is saying, trust me, let me in, you know, because there is a part of you energetically that's not letting them in because you are afraid of maybe being judged by them. Okay, so your future spouse is saying, trust me, let me in. You know, I'm going to know your worth. I'm going to see your value. I'm going to see, you know, past all of that. It's not the exterior to them that they fall in love with. It's the energy behind all of that. And they're going to understand, like, if there are some things in your 3D that are kind of chaotic or out of line or out of whack or whatever, they're going to understand why, right? They're not going to see you as lazy. They're not going to see you as, what's that word? Uninspired. They're not going to see you as boring or anything like that. Okay. They're going to feel you at a very deep level. Your future spouse, they just keep wanting to come through saying, trust me, trust that I'm going to love you no matter where you're at in life. Okay. They're going to love you. They're going to appreciate you. They're going to value you, all of that stuff right here, right now, where you're at right now. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get some more. Oh, look, at the bottom of the deck is wedding. They're like, you're married. Here's what they want you to trust, pile 3. Your future spouse, pile 3, wants you to trust that you are marriage material right where you're at right now. Okay? They're saying, like, put all your stuff on the table, pile 3, everything you've got. Put it all on the table, and they're saying they're going to judge and say you are marriage material. You're perfect for me. That's where they want you at. Wherever you're at right now. Everything you think that might be wrong with you, unacceptable, unlovable, they're saying you are marriage material for me. They're saying they see a future with you. They want to take it to the next level, and they're saying they choose you. In all your, flaws, and they're talking about your perceived flaws, right? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see. Let's go on. You guys, if this is resonating so far, do me a favor, take a minute, make sure you're smashing that like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below, let me know what pile you picked to let me know how it's resonating. Be sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. Yeah. What other messages do you have for pile 3? Pile 3's future spouse. What other messages do you have for pile 3? We got a couple. We got travel, happiness. Oh, they want you to know you're going to be so happy, but they want you to be happy with yourself first. They want you to let yourself off the hook. You've been very hard on yourself. Well, we've got travel and local travel. Interesting. You guys are going to do a lot together. This is what they're saying. I don't know for those of you who want to travel, who want to explore. We got long distance travel here with like local travel. So this talks about long distance travel, wanting to escape a new adventure, a journey to the next level. Local travel says a mini local vacation, getting out more, a romantic weekend getaway, having to drive more. This is like getting out and about. I don't know if you're isolating quite a bit, but this is literally like your future spouse saying, get out and do that thing, whatever that thing might be. With happiness, this says feeling happy about your life. It also says an incident that made you happy, a smoother ride through life, feeling on top of the world. I love that we got both travel and local travel, and then it says a smoother ride through life. The minute you get comfortable with yourself, and you guys, this specifically feels body related, okay? We got, long distance travel here with an airplane, and then we got local travel with a car, our vehicle in the 3D here is our bodies, right? And so it's like, learn how to find happiness right where you're at, whatever phase of life you're at, whatever journey you're at. And really, I love that we had that at the bottom of the deck, with the wedding at the bottom of the deck, like your marriage material right now. Whatever kind of a mess you think you are, or however chaotic you think you are, is whatever kind of a hot mess you think you are, your wedding marriage material right now for your future spouse. There's nothing about yourself that you need to change. There's nothing about yourself that you need to fix. Not to say that, that's not part of your evolution, right? But your future spouse is saying you're perfect right where you're at right now. 3D can always be, manifested. It can be fixed. It can be corrected and whatnot. But at the core of who you are, okay, you're marriage material. You might be dealing with a lot of pain, right? That may have caused things in the 3D to look how they look now, but that's not you, that's pain. There's a difference between you and then pain, okay? Your future spouse wants you to know that. And that's why they also want you to start like finding that part of yourself where you can learn how to be happy right where you're at and really loving and accepting yourself where you're at. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end your reading there. I hope that resonated. I hope that it helped. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I'll see you guys at your next Future Spouse Pick a Card video. Bye, guys.